Howdy gang, welcome to the Bad Player's DPS Guide to Throne of Thunder. This is the Jin'rokh the Breaker encounter, which is the first boss of the Throne of Thunder, and the first of the initial Throne of Thunder LFR segment, known as the Last Stand of the Zandalari. And it's kind of funny he's called Jin'rokh the Breaker, as he commands electricity. You'd think he'd have a problem with blowing a breaker. Anyways, this is a fairly easy fight even for a bad player, and if you master it, it's supposed to be a small jump to killing him on normal level with a group for even better gear, so I hope you all pay attention and pick up a few tricks from me. The premise of the fight is simple. DPS Jin'rokh staying out of the bad stuff until a blue pool appears, at which time you'll stand in it for a DPS increase. A short time later, Jin'rokh will cast Lightning Storm, turning the pool electrical, so you'll need to get out of the pool quick and stack up with the others for some mass healing. After a few seconds of healing, you'll resume DPS until a second DPS increased pool appears, etc. Jin'rokh will spawn as many as 4 pools surrounding himself and turn them all electric. Eventually electric pools will completely surround Jin'rokh, and if he isn't down yet, there will be nowhere to stand, and the group will die fast, so this serves as a soft enrage timer for the encounter. By the way, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Daniel Gagne, aka Rialtus Killdog, aka Bad Player 03, and I'll be your guide taking you to these encounters, hopefully entertaining you a little, and hopefully giving you some tips to stay alive and be successful in the LFR, so that even as a bad player, we can function, get gear, and grow in our characters. So here we are. We can see Jin'rokh the Breaker now, and his lightning fury, lightning-y goodness. Looks awfully fierce for such a wimpy, relatively wimpy boss. Love that belt. And just about to pull here. They're at the post. They're off. Nope. False start. Number 75 on the offense. So they want to talk it over first, so delay things in this encounter for just a moment. And here we go. We are in the fight. So we'll start off just normal DPS and waiting for that first pool to spawn. Try to stay out of his way most part. Obviously melee should always be behind him. Range should have a little bit of a distance. Get all that lightning, eh? Oh, there's our first pool. So we're going to go over and stand in it to get that DPS buff. Hopefully the tanks are going to pull him over. There we go. And now we can get a bunch of extra DPS on him. Remember, it doesn't last long because before you know it, a lightning storm is going to be hitting. Standing in the pools is an important part of downing this encounter in the time frame we have. Lightning storm, everybody out of the pool. Remember to stack up. We're going to get some mass healing. Make sure the group stays alive. If you have any good DPS or good protective cooldowns for the raid, you should definitely pop them. And then we're going to DPS them for a while, as we said in the intro. And before we know it, a second pool will be spawning. This boss is all lightning. Grease of lightning. Grease of lightning. There's our second pool. Oh, I've lost the healer. Have a battle res, be kind to your group and try to use it. That's not going to let me right now for whatever reason. Just again, always stay conscious in this fight, watching for that lightning storm. The water is not safe for long once that lightning storm hits. And there we go, lightning storm. Stack up for heals. Out of the pool. Make sure you're not getting any damage. Defensive cooldowns if you have any. You can see we're actually ahead of the game now. He's well below half and we haven't hit our third pool yet, so we're doing very well. Sometimes you get down to the very wire with that fourth pool. And as I mentioned, the fourth pool is pretty much the end of the line, because if that turns lightning, there really is nowhere else to stand. And of course, no more DPS buffs either, so yeah, it's pretty much a soft enrage timer if that ever happens. That's why now would be a great time to pull out all the stops. Get my little buddies out. Say hello to my little friends. A couple of healers may be having some tough times. And there's our lightning storm again. So we are going to be down to the wire very shortly. As long as enough of your DPS stays alive. He does not have a lot of health left, and it looks like we should be able to finish him off easily on time, especially once that fourth pool appears. Oh, he may not even have a chance to get it off, or if he does... Oh, there it is, just right at the end. And there it is. Jin'rokh the Breaker is toasty-o'd, and you are done your first encounter in the Throne of Thunder LFR as a bad player DPS. Once again, you've been listening to the Bad Players DPS Guide to the LFR Throne of Thunder. This was the Jin'rokh the Breaker encounter. My name is Rialthus Killdog, Bad Player 03. Thanks for listening. We will see you in the next segment. Bye now.